Pokemon Go literally broke the world in 2016
There's a Vaporeon that spawned right there, so everyone's running.
and changed Pokemon forever. But did it come with a cost? To answer this question, we'll have to flip back to 2017 when Shiny Magikarp was first introduced into the game. This was an extremely exciting time. Pokemon trainers from all over the world, including myself, were on the hunt for the elusive golden carp. Now, Pokemon veterans know that back in the day, when shinies were first introduced in Generation 2, the shiny odds were a crazy 1 in 8,192, which was later cut in Generation 6 to 1 in 4,096. So, what were the base odds in Pokemon Go? Only about 1 in 500, but this would only get worse. The following year, on January 20th, 2018, Pokemon would release an event so catastrophic, it changed the game forever. As many know, this was Community Day. The first one was Pikachu with Surf. It had an astounding 1 in 25 shiny odds. And by no one's surprise, it was a massive success and would bring the community together once a month to capture these rare pocket monsters. But of course, it didn't stop there. Not long after, on March 16th, Pokemon Go would add shiny legendary Pokemon into raids at a whopping 1 in 20 chance to get a shiny. Now you could obtain Pokemon's most prized possessions, legendaries, in their shiny forms in a pay to get a shiny format. Now, of course, you can use your free raid pass, but obviously you're suppressed and capped as a free-to-play player and can buy your shiny chances now. Now, I don't blame Niantic. They're a business after all, and of course, their main objective is to make money. But what we can clearly see is a trend of the devaluing of shiny Pokemon. Now, as many might mention, why just blame Pokemon Go? This has been a common theme in the mainline games as well. This topic is not necessarily new to controversy in the community. There has been many things over the years that has been added to Pokemon that has increased your shiny chances. Like First in Black, 2 and White 2, a revolutionary item was introduced, the Shiny Charm, which would literally threefold your chances of finding a shiny. On top of the previously mentioned change in Generation 6, your chances of finding a shiny can be as high as 1 in 1,365. There were also various methods of increasing your shiny chance as well. The Poke Radar, fish chaining, catch combos, mass outbreaks, wormholes, Dynamax Adventures, using the Masuda method, and of course most recently in Scarlet and Violet, shiny sandwiches. But these methods, although improved your shiny odds, would come with some sort of cost. For example, the Shiny Charm, you have to complete the entire Pokédex, and that is not an easy task. Breeding and hatching the eggs take quite a long time. The Poke Radar, it can take you hours to get to where you need to and then fail. Or for example, shiny sandwiches. You would first need to grind raids to get a low % drop rate. For Herba Mystica, a special ingredient you would need to craft the sandwiches. Now, there are some rare off occasions where shiny Pokemon in the main series games, heck, are straight up given to you, like the guaranteed shiny Gyarados in Generation 2, and shiny Ponyta and Legends Arceus, as well as just gifted shiny Pokemon mystery gifts, but these are rare and few in between. It just feels different when quite literally every month they're just pumping out stupidly high shiny rate Pokemon, and eventually every shiny Pokemon is going to be as common as your Route 1 Pidgey. This is not even taking in factor boosted shiny events. Raid days when shiny rates skyrocket to 1 in every 10. Perma-boosted Pokemon like Scyther, Chansey, Lickitung, and more being around 1 in 64 all the time. Maybe it's just a me thing, but I have this feeling of why even shiny hunt anymore? when I can just get it in Pokemon Go so easily? Now, of course, this is the whole thing of it's not the destination, it's the journey sort of thing, right? But anyways, now I think it's time we finally answer the question, is this a bad thing? Well, that's a complicated question. Look, I don't want these to change necessarily. People live busy lives and want shiny Pokemon. Shinies, watching people get shinies, community days, these sort of events are extremely exciting and bring the fan base together. This is a very good thing. It's just sad to see shiny Pokemon being this, no way, I can't believe I just found this, screaming my head off, to comments like, oh wow, I already have like 5 of these. It's not the shiny I want, whatever. I mean, finding a shiny back in the day, you didn't care what it was. You're just excited you found one. I mean, I literally had friends delete shinies from community days because they would get like 20 in 3 hours and was taking up their storage. I think the saddest thing for me is just seeing this entitlement people have to receiving shiny Pokemon. Not all people, but some. So what is the solution? Is there one? Is it fine the way it is? Is it a problem we should even worry about? Is it even a problem? A solution I hear brought up a lot is something like Ultra Shinies. Some sort of rare variant shiny that would revamp the feeling of finding a shiny again. Legends Arceus sort of did this with alpha shinies being bigger and rare shiny variants. I would love to see this idea expanded in the future. Maybe with different colors would be a great idea. This would be a fantastic way of fixing shiny failures like shiny Gengar and shiny Zapdos. Would Game Freak ever do something like this? Who knows? I guess only time will tell.